You have a problem, you're the one that still has the problem.
Yeah, the problem might be you need to set a boundary, which might mean you need to move out or something like that. You know, at some point it comes to, is it the choice between where I'm going spiritually and continuing a relationship that might be based in something that's no longer valid, that was created years and years and years ago when I was a completely different person. And if that relationship hasn't evolved along the way that you've evolved, you might have evolved out of it. That could have happened. And the idea that you have to stay in it because it's teaching you things, yes, but is it teaching you anything that you are currently desiring to learn? Right? Oh yes, it taught me this, it taught me that, it taught me this, it taught me that. Yeah, okay, is it still teaching you those same things over and over again? Or is it going to teach you something new this week? It's just going to teach you another chance to be patient, another chance to be understanding, another chance to be compassionate, or is it going to give you a chance to heal triggers? Is it going to give you a chance to be more high vibrational? Is it going to help you bring more of your soul's energy into your body? Or is it just going to keep teaching you the things it's already taught you? And that's what we saw a lot with Veronica, is that she learned a lot, but she ended up learning the same things over and over again. Getting lots of practice on those things, but not practice on new things. New energetic challenges, new energetic openings, new ways of becoming more conscious. What's being brought into the relationship that furthers consciousness? Is it only coming in from one partner? Is one partner bringing a lot of fear and the other partner trying to bring consciousness? Or are you both bringing consciousness in? At some point, you've learned enough about fear, so if that's all your partner, friend, lover, boss, you know, this is not just about romantic love at this point. If that's all your best friend is bringing into the relationship is fear, it's time to think about getting a new best friend, because you are ready to learn about other things. And if you're not ready to learn about other things, great, keep learning about fear with that person. But when you set your mind to learning about being conscious, it helps to have conscious people around you to support that journey. And if you're in a partnership with someone who's absolutely not interested in being conscious, at some point that might become untenable. Untenable. And then you're there, you're at a crossroads. So the crossroads is, here's fear, here's consciousness. And you've been moving, right? Everybody recognizes that. We sure talk about it enough. So if you're here, you probably know about that part, right? But there's a crossroads. And on this crossroads is all kinds of spiritual mumbo jumbo. This is where you get distracted. Because you start getting clear about not wanting to live in fear, and then maybe you have to make big changes. Maybe get a new job, get a new house, get a new lover, get a new this, get a new that. Maybe you have to make a huge change about the way you take care of your health or the way you live on the planet, right? And all of a sudden you get here and you think, that looks a little too hard. So then you turn and you go up and down this way. And this is where all kinds of spiritual mumbo jumbo gets used to prove you're still spiritual, even though you haven't thought about being conscious for a long time. You just, oh yes, I meditated for 3 hours on Saturday. Oh yes, I went to this class for 2 weeks. We ate biodynamic, organic, raw, and did yoga every morning and bathed in a cold stream. And oh my God, it was just amazing. We didn't talk for a week. Have you ever been to a silent retreat? Oh, it was so good. Yeah, and they're just up and down on the crossroads. And if you try to say, what'd that teach you? Oh, it taught me all about how good it feels to bathe in the cold stream at 6 a.m. Yeah, but did it make you more conscious? Oh, well, you know, we did yoga. Okay, you did yoga. Oh, yes, and then we meditated. Did I tell you we meditated? Oh, we meditated, yes. What did it teach you to meditate? Oh, it taught me how much I like meditating. Yes. And so you go up and down on the crossroads. And that's the temptation. That's the left turn or the right turn. You can go up and down. Where all of a sudden, you're moving toward consciousness and you go, oh, I can't do it anymore. So then you distract yourself. Up and down. You distract yourself in order to feel as though you're still authentically challenging yourself to become more, to grow spiritually. And we see that sometimes when you're in relationships that are pushing up against that boundary, that place that says, this relationship isn't going to get more conscious, so you start to kind of diversify. Well, maybe I'll just ignore the fact that he's not interested in anything I'm interested in and go to class. Maybe I'll tell him, you have to give me 3 hours on Saturday of peace so I can meditate. And that's somehow I'm bringing more consciousness to the relationship. And you're telling yourself stories. And that's what we said to you. Tell yourself the truth. Because you know where the truth is? The truth is past the crossroads. And remember what we said about that place? That piece is that's the challenge, right? But it's not painful. It's just challenging. It can be anguishing sometimes, but it's not that deep, abiding pain that says, this is never going to get better, which is the habitual response. I'm trapped. I have no options. Habitual. That's all over here. So being on the crossroads, at least, you know, you're getting out of habitual response on some level because you went to a class instead of sitting home and moping. But, you know, did you mope at class but put a smile on it because you're eating biodynamic, organic, raw food?
Yeah.
So be cautious about the crossroads, because the crossroads can slow you down rather than speed you up. The choice for consciousness doesn't need props. There's a little line for the book, maybe. Is that a zinger, John? Close. We're still trying. Oh, she says no. We get an and a no. Okay, that wasn't one.
Can you repeat it?
Yes.
Can you repeat
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The choice for consciousness doesn't need props.
It needs a breath.
It doesn't need any sort of book or class or yoga mat or pristine mountain stream. It doesn't need anything other than you saying, what is this teaching me? What am I learning? Where is the voice I'm hearing coming from? You can do it any place, at any time, anywhere, and no one can stop you, and no one can make you. It doesn't need props. And all of you wouldn't be here unless you already knew that. You'd go someplace that had props.
And we're still looking for eggs, though.
What?
And we're still looking for eggs.
Eggs?
Eggs.
Eggs, yeah. Well, you know, tips and tricks and shortcuts when we have them, yeah. But it doesn't require that you purchase anything, right? It doesn't require that you have a certain kind of exercise machine, or that you have the right kind of little cushion thing that you sit on, or you don't have to twist your legs up around your head or anything crazy like that. You just say, what is this teaching me? What am I learning? What is this giving me? What is this moment revealing? Where am I lying to myself? What am I hiding? What am I afraid of? What's the worst thing that I'm sure is going to happen, but I'm trying not to think about it? And again, no one can make you, and only you can decide to. And that's where the ultimate willingness shows up, is being willing to be conscious. That's where free will is most appropriate, or no, hang on, we want to get this right. The ultimate act of free will is to align your free will with the desire for consciousness. You know, you create your reality using free will, but the mechanism is consciousness.